Namaste everyone, welcome to our YouTube channel. We'll see and observe today's daily news analysis. Before that, if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe, like and share our video. First news is, which state has ranked top in parameters of Mahatma Gandhi Ji National Rural Employment Guarantee Act? Answer option C is the right answer, Rajasthan state. Rajasthan has been rated as the leading state on various parameters of Mahatma Gandhi Ji National Rural Employment Guarantee Act after the state government's decision to give employment for an additional 25 days to the eligible rural families, completing the stipulated 100 days in a year. For this reason, Chief Minister of Rajasthan Ashok Gehlot praised the achievements of Rural Development Department in the implementation of this scheme. National Rural Employment Guarantee Act 2005 or National Rural Employment Guarantee Act in NREGA. This was launched in 2005 by the Act of Parliament. Later in 2009, it was renamed as the Mahatma Gandhi Ji National Rural Employment Guarantee Act or MNREGA in 2009. From 2009, it was renamed. It has been renamed. It aims to, very importantly, this scheme aims to enhance livelihood security in rural areas by providing at least 100 days of wage employment in a financial year, at least one member of every household whose adult members volunteer to do unskilled manual work. Very importantly, this scheme concentrates on unskilled manual workers. This scheme is under an Indian labor law and social security measure that aims to guarantee the right to work, which is under Article 41. This law, by providing a right to work, is consistent with Article 41 that directs the state to all citizens the right to work. Very importantly, the next news is calculation of GDP by using the prices that are current year in which the output is produced. I mean, if the calculation of GDP is done by using current year prices, then it is called dash. It is the question. Answer is nominal GDP. Option A, nominal GDP. See, if the national income is calculated on the base of current year, this will be called nominal GDP. If the same national income is calculated on the base of base year price, then it is called real GDP. This is the difference between the calculations of nominal and real GDP. So GDP, gross domestic product, is the final monetary value of goods and services produced within the country during a specified period of time. That is normally 1 year. Very importantly, Central Statistical Office or Organization, CSO, is responsible for compiling data for calculating GDP. Nominal GDP, very importantly, is the value of all final goods and services that is calculated by using the current year prices in which output is produced. Nominal GDP is on the base of current year price. Then if it is real GDP, on the other hand, is the total value of all final goods and services that the economy produces during a given year in which prices are calculated in base year prices. So if it is calculation of real GDP, that is calculated on the base of base year price. If that is calculation of nominal GDP, it is on the base of current year price. Next news is, when was Startup India initiative launched? Startup India initiative launched in India. Answer is option B, 2016. Prime Minister Narendra Modi recently launched a startup conclave in Madhya Pradesh about Madhya Pradesh startup policy. So department for this startup scheme or initiative, Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, working under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry, is the controlling body to startups in India. Importantly, 61,400 startups recognized by the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal trade. The number of new recognized startups has increased to over 14,000 in 2021-22 from only 733 in 2016-17 when it was launched. I mean, when it was launched, only 733 startups were there. In the last year, I mean, in the current year, 21-22, 2021-22, around 14,000 startups have been recognized newly in our country. As this is the reason, India has become the third largest startup ecosystem in the world after the US and China. I mean, the top startup ecosystem in the world is USA. Second top startup ecosystem is China. Third is India. So this is the result of Startup India initiative launched in 2016 by Government of India. Next news is, which country will host SCO, Shanghai Cooperation Organization Summit in 2023? I mean, in the upcoming year. Answer is option B, India. The Shanghai Cooperation Organization is very importantly a transcontinental cooperation in politics, trade, the economy, research, technology, culture, education, energy, transport, tourism, etc. in the international era of Asia. It was founded in 2001. Its headquarters is located in Beijing of China. Importantly, there are currently 8 member states, I mean 8 member countries for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. That is China, India, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Russia, Pakistan, Tajikistan, Uzbekistan. These are the countries who are members for Shanghai Cooperation Organization. India and Pakistan officially joined SCO as full members in 2017. Importantly, 5 years back, India has joined SCO. Next news is, who is the Prime Minister of Sri Lanka resigned recently? Option A, Mahendra Rajapaksa. Very importantly, there have been protests over soaring prices and power cuts since last month. Importantly, this Sri Lanka was formerly known as Ceylon. Its capital city is Colombo, and Sri Lankan currency is Sri Lankan rupee. Importantly, Mahendra Rajapaksa resigned because of protests made by the people of Sri Lanka because of economic crisis happened in Sri Lanka. Very importantly, he has resigned amid mass protests at the government's handling of a deepening economic crisis which happened in Sri Lanka. This island nation is facing its worst economic crisis since gaining independence from Britain in 1948. How India has taken independence from 1947, as like Sri Lanka has got independence in 1948. So far, this is the worst economic crisis happened in Sri Lanka. The reasons for economic crisis of Sri Lanka are lack of foreign currency. Very importantly, lack of foreign currency is also called lack of foreign exchange reserve. Lack of foreign exchange reserve means the country which is not able to maintain international trading activities. I mean, the country which is not able to maintain international importing activities, that loses the confidence of international trade. That is loss of foreign exchange reserve, huge in Sri Lanka happened. This happened. Next reason, very importantly, is prices of essential commodities have been raised rapidly in Sri Lanka. Prices of essential commodities, acute, and along with that, acute shortages in fuel, medicines, electric supply, very importantly, are the reasons for mass protests in Sri Lanka. This Sri Lanka is actually separated from Indian subcontinent by two important places. They are Gulf of Mannar and Pak Strait. These two locations divide India and Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka has been divided as a island nation from Indian territory by these two places. They are Gulf of Mannar and Fox Strait. Our next news is, where was Lord Buddha born in? Option A, Lumbini, Lumbini Vana, or Lumbini is the right answer. Recently, Prime Minister Narendra Modi to visit Lumbini Vana in Nepal on Buddha Purnima, which is existed in the present month, Purnima, on the base of full moon day, Purnima Divas. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is going to visit Nepal in Lumbini Vana. India aimed to organize an international conference on the development of Buddhist Circuit. Buddhist Circuit means the places which are covered for the famous spaces or places of Lord Buddha. So these Buddhist circuits is a set of places where Lord Buddha was born and attained enlightenment, his first teachings, and final resting place. So these places, namely Lumbini Vana, Bodh Gaya, Saranatha, Kushinagara. I mean, where was Lord Buddha born? Lumbini Vana. Where did Buddha attain enlightenment? That is Bodh Gaya. Then where had he had first teaching for his students? That is in Saranatha. And where was Lord Buddha died? In Kushinagara, that is resting place. These are the famous places for Lord Buddha. Kushinagar is the center of these places. I mean, Kushinagar is the center of this circuit. That is called Buddhist circuit. All these four places are one called Buddhist circuit. Our next news is the question, for which among the following products the Food Safety and Standard Authority of India and Ministry of Ayush both have formulated regulations? Option A, beverages. Option B, FMCGs. Option C, fruits and vegetables. Option D, Ayurveda Ahara products. Answer is Ayurveda Ahara products. Recently, the initiative ensured the manufacturing of quality Ayurveda food products by expanding these products in the international market for Make in India as Make in India products. For this reason, Fssai, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India and Ayush Ministry have launched a logo also for Ayurveda Ahara products only. Separately, Ayurveda Ahara will not include especially Ayurveda drugs or proprietary of Ayurvedic medicines, medicinal products, cosmetics, narcotics. These substances will not be covered under Ayurveda Ahara. Ahara just means they are food products are covered for these regulations of Fssai with a combination of Ayush Ministry. Fssai, what is this Fssai? This is an institute which gives guidelines to maintain the quality of products which are recorded in India and sold out in India. Fssai is Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, which was established under the Food Safety and Standard Authority Standard Act of 2006. The act was Food Safety and Standards Act of 2006 was the reason to establish this authority, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India, Fssai. What we can see, the logo or name in any brand name of the food products. The headquarters of Fssai is located in New Delhi. Our next news is the Election Commission of India recently led which of the following? Option A is the right answer. Summit for Democracy. Summit for Democracy was led by Election Commission of India by combining more than 100 countries which were participated in India because of giving awareness for the democratic contents. Therefore, this was named as Summit for Democracy, which was conducted and led by Election Commission of India. So regarding this election commission, the question is, which article under Indian Constitution mentions establishment of election commission? Option D is the right answer. Article 324 is the reason for the establishment of Election Commission of India, which was established in 1950. So this election commission, this body administers the elections to only Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, state legislative assemblies, state legislative councils, and the office of president, office of vice presidents of the country. I mean, 6 areas are covered for the election responsibility by Election Commission of India, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha MPs, and then MLAs in all the states, MLAs, state legislative assemblies, and then state legislative councils election, MLC election, president election, vice president election. These 6 areas are covered to maintain the responsibility of conducting elections by Election Commission of India. So, when was Election Commission of India established? It was in 1950, January 25th. So, January 25th is celebrated as National Voters Day. Importantly, January 25th is celebrated as National Voters Day. Then who is the Chief Election Commissioner of India presently? Rajiv Kumar is the Chief Election Commissioner of India. So this Election Commission of India is working under Ministry of Law and Justice of Government of India. Law and Justice Ministry is the core body, core ministry. So the question regarding the last is, first war of independence was started on 10th May 1857. Then this first war of Indian independence was started first in which place? That was in Meerut. So these are the today's news. So thank you everyone. Again, we are requesting you, if you have not subscribed our channel, please subscribe, do like and share our video. Thank you everyone. We'll meet in the next session.